In addition to supporting our local schools financially and by tutoring and just doing anything that they really need us to do, being there for them, we also provide dictionaries, for lack of a better word. We've been doing this for years. We call it the Dictionary Project, but it's really a misnomer. It's so much more.
Having the Chestnut Hill Rotary Club come to Houston and spend time with our students, and us being able to, continue to tell kids that, it takes a village to raise a child. And it's not just the people inside the school that have love for you and are, working hard to make sure you have a good education, but it's people outside of here that are also invested in your future.
I find the really cherished gift of particularly an almanac dictionary from the Chestnut Hill Rotary to our students to be such a timely and quite generous offering to ensure that our students not only continue to fall in love with reading, but have access to information that will guide their future discovery.
The District of Philadelphia adopted a new English language arts curriculum. It requires the daily use of dictionaries. And when we discovered this, because there has been a learning curve, we were like, oh my gosh, we need those dictionaries from the Rotary Club, and we need them today.
My name is Leroy Hall, the proud principal of Henry H. Houston Elementary School.
I'm Corinne Sholey. I am the very proud principal here at John Story Jenks Academy for the Arts and Sciences in Chestnut Hill.
Hi, I'm Heidi Fabian. I'm a third grade teacher at Eleanor C. Emlyn School.
Hi, I'm Maggie Steffel. I am chair of the Community Services Committee for the Rotary Club of Chestnut Hill.
Carol Bates, and I love Chestnut Hill Rotary Club. We love to give out dictionaries to third graders in public schools in the area. I've been doing this for about 15 years, and it's different every single time. Every class is unique, and everything is different.
One of the reasons I believe it is so timely in the educational scope is that the gift is given to our third graders in particular. And third grade is such a pivotal age and year for our children because it is the year where our students shift from really learning to read to then reading to learn. And so a gift of a dictionary almanac really is so appropriate at that time for our students to now read for information. The information is categorized in different parts of the text. It teaches them how to utilize a more informational reference text in easy, accessible ways that's fun and engaging.
One of the state standards that aligns to our curriculum that they have to be able to navigate through a dictionary, right? And it also enhances their ability to understand what alphabetical order is. Our third grade teacher, Miss Renfer, she has utilized the books already to have students look up some of the vocabulary words. Because once again, one of the learning targets is being able to navigate through a dictionary by the end of grade 3, but then also it gives them an opportunity to use the dictionaries. I quite honestly was blown away by how excited they were. I did not know they were going to be so impacted by this, and they were just in awe of almost an element of an almanac as well, because it's not just like words, there's actually like facts.
But starting halfway through the book, it becomes more like it reminds me of the first time in elementary school that I was exposed to the Guinness Book of World Records and how engrossed my friends and I were about all these crazy facts and details. And we had the children open up to a certain page, just seeing that kind of lack of interest on their faces flip.
They're saying, I found it. It was so amazing. And it was just, it was joy, total joy. And
we get to third grade, we encounter all these vocabulary words that are so much harder to read with fluency because you don't know the meaning. Maybe you haven't seen them in print before. And so there's an element of not only decoding the word to sound it out, but then what does it mean? Like what is this story trying to tell me, or what am I trying to learn from this paragraph? We were really struggling because, using context clues for 8-year-olds is, a bit challenging when it comes to academic words like adaptations and secretions and words like that. One of the books that we're reading right now is called Everything You Need to Know About Frogs and Other Slippery Creatures. Students use those dictionaries to look up unknown words that they find in their independent reading. They're actually required to find at least one vocabulary word a day and then to provide the meaning for it.
So the dictionary project was started in 1995 to provide dictionaries at that time to all the children in South Carolina. So we've distributed 37 million dictionaries, which is a lot considering people say nobody uses dictionaries anymore. The reason that we do it is because it's so important for our country, really, to have a educated population in order to maintain our democracy.
Tell them the first thing they need to do is put their name in it, that this book belongs to them. And for many of these students, this is their first book that actually belongs to them. And that's meaningful.
In that, what's baked in, which I think is like a hidden jewel, is developing a love for the English language, developing a love for words, developing a love for the facts. Like I said, some of the kids were so enthralled in what's in the back. It has the capitals of, has different, as you can see, I have them here, has the continents here, has each one of the states. So it's actually an almanac as well as a dictionary. So it's like developing a love for fact finding. And kind of one of the stories I told when we were kind of like chatting was when I was young, I used to really be into the Guinness Book of World Records. Like every new Guinness Book of World Records, I would pick them up and read like cover to cover and see like who has the longest time underwater and who has the, spun the basketball on their finger, So I had to be introduced to that first though, and I think that's what this book did for our kids, is it exposed them to some facts that they may not even know they were so interested in the longest word in the English language, but so many kids were excited about just that fact. So I think that's like the hidden jewel that some kids are now going to be have more of the tendency to pick up a book when they see it like this.
It was kind of a precocious child in the front row, and she caught on very quickly to what this book was about, and she started questioning her classmates. Who knows the lifespan of a rattlesnake? You'll find it on page 405. And then they'd look and they'd find that, and then somebody else would say, who can tell me what the longest river in the world is? It's on page 500. And they fed off each other, and the enthusiasm in the classroom wasn't a classroom, actually, it was their auditorium, but it just it was contagious.
I'll visit them in their classrooms, and they'll often have the almanac sitting on their desk, and we'll talk a little bit about what it meant to them to receive this gift. And all of our students enthusiastically share how much they love it. I ask them what they've learned, share an interesting fact, and then I challenge them to share an interesting fact. And then it's featured during our morning announcement.
People that are excited about supporting their public schools, this is a great way to do that. And it's something as simple as one dictionary per kid. So it can be something as simple as a book that has facts that kids have not been introduced to before. And that exposure can be a seed that grows for you don't know how long.
Once a week, we do Fun Fact Friday, where we have to either look up or bring in or find some kind of fun fact. And this dictionary is full of fun facts.
Like receiving it from adults matters, right? It's so different when there's community outreach that then shares the mindset of this is really important, this is relevant. And this gift is to ensure your lifelong learning, pursuit of excellence, and pursuit of advocacy for the community, for the world, and for your interests?
I think it builds a sense of community. I think Mount Airy and Chestnut Hill is just really one of the strongest communities in the country. I mean, I even think Oprah said that, decades ago. And this is just, actions that are evidence of that statement. They realize that they're not on their own. No matter where you are, this community is going to support you. When you have other people really validating the importance of education, I think it speaks volume.
When we do this at schools, it's a way for us to enter into the children's lives as well in each of these elementary schools and to get closer to the classes. That's what I love about it.
We've come into the school with this little gift, and who knows how many people these kids feel like are in their corner. Obviously, parents, teachers, but maybe not that many. And if they get the sense that there are people that they don't even know who are rooting for them, I think that's something, and that makes me happy.
Shows that community impact and that we all rally around our children for their future. We always say the children are our future.
I feel like it builds this sense of love and belonging that not everyone gets to experience.
They're sharing with one another what they have found and how the power of influence, how it can be so positive. So I may not have been interested in, let's say, the study of animals, but when someone shares something that they find particularly of interest, it will draw me in, and how that power of collaboration can expand our minds.
Because they were so excited about it and like, oh, did you see this? And like, Principal Hall, come over here, look at page 22. Yeah, and it was like really exciting. And like I said, the almanac element was something they were really excited about as well. So I just feel like this is a perfect way to contribute to a public school.
My hope is that the kids will just really develop a love of reading and learning. It's so important for students who are maybe from backgrounds who don't provide them with, instant handheld devices, to really have a tool to empower them to take charge of their own learning.
After we were finished, the principal, politely had them thank us and everything. And she opened the front of the book, and it has our Rotary nameplate in it and the Rotary motto, service above self. And she asked the third graders what they thought that meant. And they really got it very quickly. And she encouraged them to pay it forward.
I'm perhaps a little old school, but ultimately, these are some of the elements that helped a lot of educators and educated people get to where they were, is some of these old tools. So I feel like something as simple as this is really impactful.
This job that we do is not easy, and we couldn't do it without the support of organizations like yours. And yours is so special. We know that we can rely on you, and that you support us with a smile and with enthusiasm and with grace and generosity year after year. And we are so grateful. Thank you so much.